What's going on, guys, and welcome to Mustache Betting, place where you become the best betting version of yourself. We have a jam-packed 16-game slate today with one early game that I have a play for. But first, let's go over the recaps. We had Shohei Ohtani come in clutch with a couple of fly balls like I had hoped for, hitting his under 3.5 HRR prop. We had Ezekiel Tovar going against his old buddy Yoshi, smacking a home run out of the park for his over 1.5 HRR prop. It was just a lot of great historical data there, and I'm just glad he was able to follow through. Unfortunately, Drake Baldwin could not come through, going under his 1.5 HRR prop, but that still puts us at about plus 0.6 units of profit on the day. And that brings us to 7-2 and about 3.7 units of profit since the channel opens. So guys, if you're a $100 better, that's about $400 of profit in 3 days. So this is exactly what we're aiming for. We're chasing slow, gradual growth. With that being said, let's jump straight into my first play of the day. It's going to be Miguel and Duhar over 1.5 HRRs at minus 145, bet365 for 1.25 units. So guys, again, if you're a $100 better, you would bet $125 on this bet. Likewise, if you are a $10 better, you would bet $12.50. You're just going to bet 25% more than what your standard unit is for this play to combat some of the juice. So, and Duhar has an amazing matchup against Kyle Hendricks, who he's betting 800 against in his last 6 at-bats. He's hit him 5 times with a 500 ISO, and if that wasn't enough, every hit was for an extra base hit. It's a righty versus righty matchup, and Kyle likes to lean on his sinker 40% of his throws, and Miguel is hitting sinkers 25% of the time that they're thrown. I love this spot for Miguel. Miguel over 1.5 HRRs. My second play of the day is actually going to be for the early game. It's the Cubs and Brewers game, and it starts at around 2:20 if you're on the East Coast. So it's Ian Happ over 0.5 hits, minus 130 at FanDuel. Ian has hit this line in 5 of his last 10, and he's going up against Chad Patrick, who he has a limited history with. But Chad's throwing the cutter 38% of the time. Ian has a 320 batting average against cutters this year in 109 that were pitched to him. Ian has an OBS of 700 in August, and for what it's worth, he's slugging 400 in day games. I like Ian Happ in this face-off over 0.5 hits. And my third pick of the day is going to be Pedro Pages over 0.5 hits, minus 120 DraftKings. The line's pretty much similar else anywhere you go. Our friend of the channel, Pedro Pages, he's hit this line in 9 of his last 10. The last time he hasn't had a hit, August 4th. Coldplay wasn't even a thing then. He's going up against Edward Cabrera, who likes to lean on his sinker 23% of the time. But Cabrera also likes his curveball 21% of the time, who Pages has a 3.67 WOBA against on the season. I think Pedro's just locked in right now, and I'm not in a position to fade him. I would have taken him yesterday, but his lines weren't available when I uploaded the video. I like Pedro Pages over 0.5 hits. And there's actually going to be an added play today, so 4 total. Trea Turner and Michael Harris over 0.5 hits each in a builder parlay combined together. So you would take both markets and combine them, and it's going to be for 0.5 units minus 118 DraftKings. So again, if you're a $100 better, you would bet half of that or 50% of it, whatever your standard unit size is. So if you're a $10 better, it's $5. Let me know, guys, if you like these types of plays, builder parlays and things like that. I can try and incorporate more of them into the channel. Really, I only like taking spots that I find to be advantageous to myself, that I think there is a serious edge in. But if you guys like the style of betting, let me know. Anyway, Trea and Harris have both been spotting the ball phenomenally in August. Trea has had, in his last 3 at-bats against Bryce Miller, he's batting an average of 667 and has a 300 ISO. Harris, well, he's just been Michael Harris. He's slugging 1,200 versus the Chicago bullpen with an 800 ISO. What can I say? I like Trea Turner and Michael Harris over 1 hit each. Also, if you could please help out the channel by liking and subscribing. Leave a comment down below if you have any feedback that you'd like to leave. Follow me on X. So that's all I have for you today. To recap, we have Miguel and Duhar over 1.5 HRRs. Ian Happ over to get 1 hit. Pedro Pages to get 1 hit. And a Trea Turner and Michael Harris builders parlay for 0.5 units. Puts us at about 3.5 units risk. Hopefully we can come up with a sweep and whip out the dog tomorrow. But, you know, like I said, it's a slow grind. Let's just continue doing what we're doing, and let's get into it. Good luck, everyone. Hope to see you tomorrow.